this particular product is actually a bio collagen face mask. It's $220,000 in sales. It's been doing really well. I did a full video on it. But let's say you like this product and you want to sell it. I will show you the step-by-step process that I use to, number one, find dropshipping suppliers, number two, calculate their pricing, and then select which one to go with. Okay, so hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video. So in today's video, what I'm going to be showing you is how to do supplier selection. Okay, so this is essentially what, this is basically the basic process I use to find different suppliers, calculate the pricing, and go with the best one. I have this supplier selection calculator that I will be able to share with you. Just comment like a link to sheet or calculator or whatever down below. If you want the access to the sheet, I'll go ahead and drop it to you. Okay. So when you're selecting suppliers for ecom, you need to look everywhere. You need to look at Amazon, AliExpress, CJ, any other providers, and find the best person that will basically go ahead and help you drop ship the particular product. And this is the process that I go through to basically select suppliers. And then this sheet will be able to calculate different sales prices for us, and if the supplier that we're aiming for, if that's going to be profitable for us or not. Okay, so let's go through a random example. Okay, so essentially one of the products that I've been really tracking that's doing super well is bio collagen face masks. Okay, so now let's assume we want to do it. So it's this product, bio collagen face masks, $220,000 in sales. If we go to their Facebook ads, let me go ahead and show you what the product actually looks like. It's this, right? So if you go here, this is the funnel they're running traffic to, and this is essentially, now this particular product is actually a bio collagen face mask. Has been doing really well. I did a full video on it. But let's say you like this product and you want to sell it. I will show you the step-by-step process that I use to, number one, find dropshipping suppliers, number two, calculate their pricing, and then select which one to go with. Okay, so first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to check everything. You're going to want to check AliExpress, Alibaba, Amazon, CJ, and you're going to want to find, a variety of suppliers, and then you're going to want to see which supplier is best for where you're at in your journey. And so you guys might be shocked to see why have you put Amazon in here? Guys, I have dropshipped from Amazon so much you would not believe. I've built 6-figure e-commerce businesses just dropshipping from Amazon. Okay. And this is what a lot of people don't understand about the journey of e-commerce. Okay. There's only 4 phases for somebody to go through ecom. Okay. The first phase is when you get your first sales. Okay. That's when that initial hit happens. You're actually getting sales. And for this phase, all that's really required is that you have a good offer. Okay. If you have a good offer, okay, you're going to essentially, it's not going to be a problem for you to get your first sales, because if you have a really good offer, even with, medium to mediocre ads, you'll still get first sales. But to get consistent sales, you're going to need great ads, okay? Because an offer is not good enough, okay? You're going to need good ads plus a good funnel, okay, to get consistent sales, okay? But this consistent sales does not mean you're going to be profitable. Okay, you could be getting sales, but you may be at a break even or a little bit of a loss. To get profitable sales, you're going to need a good back end, like your operations need to be good. And this is where supplier selection matters a ton. Okay, this is where margins come into play, costs come into play, ad spend comes into play. Being profitable and getting sales are completely different. Okay, so this is where back end comes into play, and scalable, profitable sales. This is where you're consistently hitting 6- and 7-figure months, and you have a really big business that pays you and retires you, XYZ, all that good stuff. For that, you need essentially the ability to produce ad angles at scale to a funnel system that produces revenue. Okay, so these are the 4 phases of white label e-commerce. Okay, now this particular thing really helps you on this back end. Okay, the profitable sales. This is where supplier selection matters the most. Okay. But a lot of people overthink it. Okay. A lot of people overthink phase. They want to get to phase 3 before they have even done phase 1 and 2. For phase 1 and 2, all you need is first and consistent. It doesn't matter if you're profitable in phase 1 and 2, because actually you will get profitable in phase 3. By phase 3, by the way, you've already white labeled your product. Okay. So by phase 3, you've already white labeled your product. So you really don't need to worry about profits up until phase 3. Okay. But phase 1 and phase 2 is where you get first sales and consistent sales. Okay. So even if you're not super profitable, but you're making consistent sales, that's what's important, because to be profitable, all you need to do is drop supplier costs dramatically, and that happens when you white label a product anyways, okay? So now, with this in mind, what I like to do is I like to fulfill from the fastest supplier I can find, because I want to get through phase 1 and phase 2 really fast. I want to get to profitable sales, and to get to phase 1 and phase 2 really fast, to get consistent sales, you're going to need shipping speed. And that's why I don't really care too much about margins at this point. I really don't care that much about margins, okay? Because I know my margins are going to come in phase 3, where the profitable sales happen. So to get through phase 1 and 2, I just need a good supplier that ships fast. And that's why I take a look at Amazon first. Okay. So let's take a look at our competitor and what they're selling it at, because that's going to give us a benchmark at what our max can be. Okay. So they're selling it for $128 for one. Okay. So 128 AD to USD is, sorry, let me just type that in dirhams to USD. That's about $34.99. Okay. So we can say our cost for one, so our product name is the Bio Collagen Face Mask, okay? And our sort of ceiling, let's call it ceiling for one, is $34.99, okay? So now, if that's our ceiling for one, okay, then what we're going to want to do is anybody that is not allowing us to match the ceiling, if we're a little bit higher, we're going to devalue it a little bit, okay? And we're going to opt to choose suppliers that help us at least meet our ceiling, okay? So with that in mind, let's take a look at Amazon first, okay? So we're going to go and we're going to type in Bio Collagen Face Mask. Okay, so what do we see here? So we can fulfill this for $13. We can fulfill this for $7, shipped with Prime. And that's what I'm talking about, okay? So now let's say we have this guy, he's selling it for $7 and 1K have been bought, and it's free delivery for Prime members. And if you're Amazon Prime, you don't have to pay shipping. This is a real contender. So I'm going to put this in here. The supplier name is, it looks like Alex Boom, right? So I'm going to put that in here, okay? And the link for this product is here, okay? And then the notes over here is that if you have any supplier notes, like, anything you want to put in, if it has good reviews, XYZ, or, how many you get, whatever, you can put it in notes. Okay, so what is the supplier pricing? For one pack, it's $7. Okay, so I can just put 7 here. And then what ends up happening, hold on, let me just actually delete. I was trying to do some funky stuff, but I'm just not going to do it. There's going to be another version of this that'll compare suppliers once I can just figure out formulas and stuff, okay? Let me explain this section to you a little bit, okay? So first you go here and you put in $7.99, which is going to be your supplier's price. And then what it does is it auto calculates what your supplier's price is going to be for if you sell 1, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Now why is this important is because normally when we're selling on our funnels, we're going to use supplier pricing. So we're going to use quantity breaks. So we're going to sell 1 unit, 2 units, 4 units, 6 units, and 8 units. And we're going to display that very similar to how they've done it. They've done buy one, get one, buy two, get one. Normally, I'm just going to do 1, 2, 4, 6, and 8. So now we have 1, 2, 4, 6, and 8. Okay, now shipping, there's no shipping charge because we're going to use Amazon Prime. It gets shipped for free. So the total cost that we have to pay the supplier is 7, 15, 31, 47, and 63. Now, the multiplier is essentially how much we want to multiply the cost of the product to make money, all right? So typical multipliers are 2, 1.9, 1.7, 1.6, 1.5. Now, why are these the multipliers? Well, the reason these are the multipliers, guys, is because every time they buy more, we want to give them a better and better deal. So when instead of buying 1, when they buy 2, they save a little bit of money. Okay, instead of paying $16, they're paying, instead of the actual price that was going to be 8 times 2, which is, instead of paying 16 times 2, okay, they're not going to pay that. They're going to save a little bit of money, a couple dollars, not too much, a little bit of money at every interval. And that basically motivates them to buy more than one. So this is our multipliers. And this thing is, you guys can change the multipliers based on what you want. So if you want to charge more, so basically if our ceiling is $34.99, okay, we can charge more, right? We can make it 2x multiplier, okay? And look at this. We've still not hit our ceiling. Our ceiling is $34.99. Our sales price is still $23. Maybe we can go 4x multiplier, okay? We can maybe go 4x, so 3.9, you get what I'm saying, 3.7, 3.7, 3.6, and 3.5. Okay. Let's say we want to offer them a better and better deal the more they buy because we have more room in the ceiling. Maybe we can make it 3.8, give them a bigger discount when they buy more of the same. As long as, guys, our profit increases at every interval, we're going to be okay. So now look at this. They're charging $34.99 and we're able to source this from Amazon with Prime shipping, charge less than our competitors, and profit at each interval. That's going to be amazing. And so this is what allows me to essentially basically go ahead and compare supply. So basically what I can even do here is I can get more suppliers in from Amazon. All I have to do is, if this is my new multiplier, I'm going to basically put this new multiplier in right here. Okay, and now let's find maybe another Amazon supplier, right? Now, typically you understand, like this is also 7.99, so the price is going to be the same, right? This is going to be $730.99. Obviously, you're not going to go with this because the pricing is a lot higher, right? So I'm not going to go through this journey of putting stuff in when we know we're going to choose the supply. This table really comes into play when you use other suppliers to calculate. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what it's going to cost on AliExpress if we want to go ahead and fulfill this particular item. Okay, so let's go here and let's type in biocollagen face mask. Okay, so when we go ahead and type in biocollagen face mask, now see, now stuff's changing because we're now basically getting this for $1. Okay, we're getting one pack, okay, for $1. But again, one pack on, hold on. What are they selling over here? That's important for us to look at. So if we look at how much one pack has 4 masks, okay? On Amazon, we were getting 4 masks, I believe. On the $7 one, I believe we were getting 4 masks, right? Because that needs to be the same. Yeah, so one pack actually has 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? So when we're at AliExpress, we have to make sure we're giving them the same deal, right? So they have a 5-pack, they have a 10-pack, right? They have a 5-pack, they have a 10-pack, they have a 12-pack for 4, which is insane. But again, we need to look at those that are giving us the 4-pack option at least. Okay, so let's see. Okay, see, this is a 4-piece set. Okay, and the 4-piece set we're gonna get for $477. Okay, perfect. So now let's go to, now stuff's going to change, right? So now we're going to go to our supplier. Okay, we're going to go to AliExpress here because now, guys, on AliExpress, we have to count shipping as well, right? So we're going to go here. Our supplier name is, what's our supplier's name? Sometimes they don't put the pricing in. Hold on, let me try and find the supplier's name. Okay, so the seller of this item is this guy. So let's put this guy's name in. Okay, let's put the link of this in. Again, guys, if you want this, just comment down below. Any notes if you want to put it, okay? And what is our supplier's price? So our supplier's price is 4.77, okay? So it's 4.77, okay? But what we need to add in here, guys, is our shipping cost, okay? So basically what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to add our shipping. So essentially, it says it's free shipping. So perfect, no shipping needs to be added. Sometimes it doesn't offer free shipping. Sometimes you have to pay for it, so it's fine, it's free shipping. Even at this 4.77 value, okay? So we're good. I'm going to actually add it to cart. I'm going to select a US address and I'm going to basically verify that it is actually free shipping. Let's go and let's see that in. See, guys, it is free shipping. They do have an additional charge in here. And if we up it, they will up the additional charge. So it's important to get a good picture of what this looks like. So the additional charge is 0.3, okay, whatever, taxes, whatever they want to charge. So let's just put that in here. Additional charge for 2 is 0.79. We got to put that in here so that we have a good idea of the pricing, right? 3, 4, right? 1.4 is 1.5 additional, right? Then and you may need to do this with Amazon too, right? If they have, they do charge taxes, I guess. So just get a rough idea of what it is, because at scale, these costs will add up. And then we have 8, okay? So that's 3, okay? So now we have a good idea of what it is. Now, what's our price ceiling? $34.99. So let's use the same multiplier effect, okay? If we use the same multiplier effect, we will still not hit that ceiling. So, we can charge 5x the price. We can charge 6x the price because I want to hit the ceiling. So it's 6 times the price, okay? And then, again, I'm just going to make this 6.8, 6.5, 5.8, 5.5, what was it? 5.4, and then 5.2, okay? It's more important to have meaningful drops, guys, but look at the profits now, okay? The profits are better when we do AliExpress, it looks like, right? Our profits are a lot better and our multiplier is a lot higher, right? We can charge literally 6 times what our supplier costs us to be able to. So this basically proves that maybe for this one, we do go AliExpress. And that basically, this is what I want you to do. I want you to essentially go to Amazon, go to AliExpress, go to CJ Dropshipping, and go to other other suppliers. Like you can go to Walmart, you can go to Light in the Box, whatever other supplier that you want. Put the details in, and then what you could do if you're comparing different Amazon suppliers or AliExpress suppliers, right? Some AliExpress suppliers will charge low here, but they will charge shipping. But this calculator gives you a really good idea of how to basically charge for your products, price your products, and where to ship from. But even in this situation, I would just go Amazon. Okay, I would literally just go Amazon because they get it on Prime shipping. Okay, again, even if Amazon's a little bit more expensive, which it looks like it is in this case, okay, and I can't charge more of a multiplier. Okay, this multiplier is important because let's say you want to undercut these guys. If you basically charge the same multiplier as Amazon over here, you could undercut these guys severely and still be profitable. You know what this means? This means you just basically need to spend $15 to acquire a customer to be on break even. And for a product like this, you will get a customer for $15. Typically, people aren't going to just buy one. They're going to get at least 2. So you can spend $30 to acquire that customer and you will be able to. You will be for this particular product. Okay, so that basically gives you an edge with marketing, but I would still go with Amazon. Why? Because again, let's go back to the 4 phases, okay? My concern in phase 1 and 2 is in being profitable, okay? And this is where 97% of businesses fail in phase 1 and 2. Because when trying to get your first sales or your first consistent sales, what ends up happening is you prioritize profits over data, okay? Which is fine. We're all human. We all want to be profitable. That's fine. But this is not the time to do that. Right now, you have to buy data from Facebook and Instagram and YouTube or whatever to fuel phase 1 and 2 is fueled on data, and phase 3 and 4 is fueled on profit. But if you try to fuel phase 1 and 2 on profit and then phase 3 and 4 on data, you're going to mess up, because after you're done with phase 2, then profit is very important, because you cannot scale to this phase 4 without profit. This is where your business dies. And this is what people don't understand about business. They try and prioritize profits here where they should be prioritizing data. And then I've seen so many businesses in phase 3 and 4 that are burning cash prioritizing data. Whereas, dude, you already have it. Now it's time to make the money, because over here at this point, sales will solve all problems. So again, because I understand this in phase 1 and 2, I'm happy with a more expensive supplier that will charge me more, because right as soon as I get consistent sales, I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to import the product at very low margins and I'm going to be profitable. And then boom, I'm scaling. Okay. So those are the 4 phases of white label e-commerce. And this is what's built into our premier program, white label dropshipping. If you want me and my team to personally help you build and launch your e-commerce store, click the link in the description, see what we have to offer. And this is what we can do. We basically find 6- and 7-figure businesses, reverse engineer them, and give you the ability to launch it with literally 1 click. You can import the entire store into your Shopfunnels or Shopify account, launch it as your own, brand it as your own. We'll help you create the ads, we'll help you launch. It's the whole thing, right? That's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Appreciate each and every one of you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments down below. And if you want the supplier sheet, let me know in the comments down below. All right. Thank you guys. Catch you guys next one. Peace.